Hi, welcome everybody to the Todd and Erin Daily Stream.
Man, this is a situation down in Utah County that I don't even know what to say anymore. It's like we have literally had thousands of firefighters flood in from other states to try to help
Another
us.
500 came in.
Man, and this thing can't be contained. Now, where did you say they were warning now?
This
Like,
is the
start
weird
keeping
thing,
an eye
because
out?
it's out west. I mean, it is out west. They even said to keep a heads up in Provo. And the mileage between that is huge, but they said that's how unpredictable this thing is. Now, doesn't mean you're going to go freak out or anything, but they just said everyone keep an eye on this because they are working. We've got winds during the day. We have
that's
dry
not helping
temperature.
anything.
Anyway, so good news. BYU, what?
Top 25 for the first time under current head coach Kalani Sitake. This
Top
is pretty
25.
cool. Yeah, as a matter of fact, they did a 24-21 road upset over Wisconsin, who was number 6. So they're back into the Associated Press top 25. Very nice. Congratulations. We are so proud of you. That's pretty exciting. This is their first appearance since 2015.
That's very good. That's very good.
I mean, these are guys with heart.
Tragedy has hit the Collard household. That's our last name. I got to sleep in a little bit today, and I heard stern words coming from the kitchen, and I know we don't use stern words most of the time. And Erin was saying them. Usually it's at her computer, and the things she says, ooh.
My computer and I have words.
And, there was the furry member of our family was evidently in trouble. So,
such a bad dog.
Here is the video.
Hi everyone. Erin took the kids to school today, so I got to sleep in a little bit, and I was awoken by harsh, stern words. And usually we don't use stern words around here. Well, Erin does, but that's only to her computer. And so basically they were gone, and when I got up, this is the letter I found on the sliding glass door. Here's the message that Erin taped to the sliding glass door. The one that Gille is on the other side of. This dog ate a huge plate of sausages before Zachy, our son, could. He does not come in. Gille, did you do this? Did you do this? No, don't look away. Did you do this? Guilty as charged. Oh, Gille. Gille.
The Todd and Erin Daily Stream is brought to you by PC Laptops, with desktops and laptops starting as low as $7.99 with a lifetime parts and service warranty. They fix phones too. Go to PCLaptops.com. And by Brio Technologies. They rent, sell, and install audiovisual components, including professional sound, lighting, video, and intercom systems, components, projectors, interactive whiteboards, and classroom audio systems. Just go to BrioAudiovisual.com.
Welcome back, everybody, to Todd and Erin's Tech Corner. I want you to brace yourself.
Sounds totally wired when you say it like that.
Please, brace yourself.
Tell me.
Someone has stolen your place to go to the moon.
This has been my dream, to be one of the first civilians. This has been like my freaking dream. What do you mean? Who got it?
This Japanese guy.
Are we talking about SpaceX, Elon Musk's program?
Yes.
And he's been pushing for the first civilian who took my place?
You know what he has that you don't?
What?
$2.6 billion.
That cuts me right out of the herd.
This is the funny thing. He threw in on this and said, I want to be a part of this. And so they started building. And they're building like the most powerful rocket, which is different than anything ever used before, that has ever been made on this planet Earth. And so he wants to go.
You get so geeked out. I love watching you.
This is the funny part. Guess who he wants to take? Artists.
I could see that kind of, though.
Do you really?
Well, no,
So first of all, they're not going to the moon. They're going to go around the moon and then come back, which I thought was funny because when they asked Musk, they said, how long will it take? And he was like, I don't know, 4 or 5 days. And it's like, I would be more specific. Like, how much fuel do we need?
How much underwear should I pack?
Do we need 16,000 million pounds of fuel or 19? You should narrow it down.
I'm sure by then they will. I do understand the logic of like artists or people who can communicate what they've seen. I mean,
He would want to take John Lennon. He would want to take Michael Jackson, Andy Warhol, people like this
Interesting.
that will go and then come back and explain it through their art to all the things that he has seen.
and who's the billionaire that got my place?
It's Japanese dude.
Maezawa.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice.
That's it. That's your seat.
He's a rock musician, online fashion mogul, and a high-rolling art collector.
First of all, if you have $2.6 billion,
Doesn't matter what else you do.
you can be a singer and pay the audience to be there. That's not it. 2.6 billion.
I hope you appreciate this, Mr. Maezawa. That's all
going
I'm saying. I hope that you were like totally aware that you've taken my place and you feel maybe a little bad about it, but still totally.
You should take up the violin and become an artist.
I play the violin. That still hasn't done anything for us.
Never seen you play the violin.
I do. Do we have a violin here in the house? No.
No, we have butter.
That's almost as good.
All right. So
All right, this is cool. Talk about the next one, though, because this just got the Dyson Award. Now, Dyson vacuums, you know about this. James Dyson, the creator, he's like one of those crazy engineer scientist guys, and he started a Dyson Award where he was trying to have people come up with technological innovation, and he wasn't looking for the big, fancy engineer guys. He wanted regular people like, what do you got? What can you come up with?
So these two guys said, hey, we got this wind turbine thing. And everybody went,
Another one of those.
one of those again? And they went, well, no, this one's a little different. It's very compact, and I got a housing with vents in it, and it'll catch wind from any direction, top, bottom, left, right, front, back. And they went, whoa.
That's kind of cool.
And they said their application is interesting because they were talking about apartments, being able to mount one of these like you do a satellite dish.
At your window or your balcony.
That's your balcony. And create power and somehow work that back into the grid like some houses can do now.
That's so cool because even as an apartment dweller, it would give you some control over your own energy costs.
So they got $39,000 to go ahead and development stuff and then bring this thing to full scale and to bring it out and to go test it and all this stuff. Because that R&D is like the huge part of this.
Imagine though, imagine how many lives that would change, especially in big cities. I mean, gigantic cities like in Tokyo or New York City, London, places where you don't really have an option of buying a house. This is how you're going to live.
I went the other direction.
Which is?
A hut in Africa.
Ah, yes.
So now you could have a wind turbine or maybe a couple of them
power.
charging a battery which pumps water.
No, that's so much better and so much more awesome. You're absolutely correct.
How cool would that be? I mean, you would be able to be in the middle. You know, a lot of people want to live off grid. And so, okay, I'm going to get not technical, but I dig this stuff so much. Basically what they do is they sell packages. They sell a wind turbine with a solar package to power your cabin because it's sunnier in the summer, but windier in the winter. So you have a combination. But this utilizes any wind.
Any possible direction, any way you can get it, it will hold it. That's so cool.
Thanks for watching Todd and Erin's Tech Corner. That's it. Hey,
I feel a little bit smarter.
Coming up next, tell me something good. Do you have something?
This is absolutely wonderful. You always hear the bad stories about sailors on leave or the joke stories, but this one is where they really saved this woman's bacon, like big time. We'll tell you next.
Next.
The Todd and Erin Daily Stream is brought to you by PC Laptops, with desktops and laptops starting as low as $7.99 with a lifetime parts and service warranty. They fix phones too. Go to PCLaptops.com. And by Brio Technologies. They rent, sell, and install audiovisual components, including professional sound, lighting, video, and intercom systems, components, projectors, interactive whiteboards, and classroom audio systems. Just go to BrioAudiovisual.com. Hi, welcome back. It is the Todd and Erin Daily Stream. We are very glad you're here. Hi, honey.
Good. Hi, how are you?
This is kind of a scary development. Now, there's been a lot of talk about how crazy real estate is right now. And for people who are selling, it's like bonus, like us. It was awesome. For people who are buying, it's becoming more of a more chore because it's really incredibly
It's expensive.
The median house now, 20 years ago, the median house was $153,000 here in Utah.
When?
20 years ago.
Okay.
Today, it is $385,000. That is for an average house. $385,000, to which to me is a big, fat, unachievable chunk of money.
Right.
Well,
Do you know, let me just say this really quick. I remember when my parents built their house for, this is a long time ago, $5,900. It was crazy, and they built it with their hands, right? And I remember
That's
my
'cause your dad
mom,
was awesome.
she had friends over, and they had a mortgage burning party and lit it on fire and threw it in the fireplace.
That's hardcore.
So you actually paid off your house, and you stayed in the same house the entire life.
That stuff doesn't happen anymore.
No, you're screwed.
One of the corresponding problems is now because people are being priced out of houses, they're obviously renting, and now people are being priced out of renting. And this is what they're seeing. There is a huge spike in child-based homelessness now here along the Wasatch Front.
Because they can't find a place.
And everyone's like, but our economy's so good. But think about it, though. There's one family, for instance, that came up to the Lantern House in Weber County, who, by the way, is struggling because they're bursting at the seams. They have never had so many children ever in their shelter.
And they are
ever.
a shelter, okay.
Yeah, they're a family shelter. But here's what they're saying is the dad said, I had to swallow my pride to do this. He says, I've never asked anyone for anything.
Right.
He and his wife both work full-time.
Right.
Full-time. And they cannot afford rent
it.
anymore. The best rent they could find was $1,200 a month. And one of their kids has health problems, and we all know how that goes. They got priced out of even the ability to rent an apartment.
Our friend who was single was trying to live downtown. Downtown is where the jobs are. A lot of the jobs are. And this is like a year and a half ago, he couldn't find a place for under 11 with one bedroom.
So, I mean, it's insanely expensive, but that's the problem they're seeing now.
Right.
That no matter how good our economy is, the real estate market is pricing people out of everything, and it's filling up the homeless shelters with families.
Let me say this too. We have never seen so much building downtown in our entire lives. There are apartment complexes going up everywhere. And I think if I'm correct on this, a certain amount of the apartments have to be for low income people.
But is it enough is the question.
I don't think it'll ever be enough.
All right, let's go to some good news because this is important. Tell me something good brought to you by PC Laptops, our dear friends, where they fix your phones and everything. There's 10 locations along the Wasatch Front.
Take your computer, you bring it to them, and you put it, and they'll go, it's okay.
I have no idea what's happening here.
And you come back, and it's just like, here it is. It's all set.
Pretty and it's shiny again.
All right, tell me something good.
Well, 51-year-old Bonnie Ginter makes her living from being an Uber driver. She's a single mom. She works really hard.
New CEO, by the way.
She doesn't have, she has a nice little car. It's a 2007 Honda Fit. Keeps it super clean.
You do?
But with a lot of modern vehicles, one little thing and it's impossible to fix it. And in her particular case, just repairing a simple bulb isn't a simple operation. And as a matter of fact, one of her taillights burned out, and you have to literally replace the entire bumper. You have to take the freaking bumper off the car to put in one tiny bulb.
Right.
Well, here's the problem. She was set to pick up some sailors, and they were in town. It was in Jacksonville, Florida. She's like, I can make a lot of money driving people around.
The words pick up sailors is a little...
Drive sailors professionally, went from one direction to another. It was the British Navy, and they were in town.
But you don't have a taillight.
And basically, she was driving 3 guys. She'd just picked them up, and she was taking them somewhere, and got a call back from her supervisor saying, "You can't pick anybody else. You can't drive anyone else tonight until that's fixed."
It's illegal.
She's like in tears. Well, these 3 guys are like, "We're from the engineering department on our ship."
Oh.
They said, "Pull over," and these guys are like in their dress whites, and they're like, British and like awesome and stuff. And so they came over and they sat there, they pulled it over, they got everything, they ran into the auto parts store, bought the right bulb, came out, took it all off, put everything back on, borrowed a couple of tools from, there was a trucker, I guess, in the same parking lot, fixed everything. She said, I was amazed they would consider taking the time to fix something that they didn't even know me.
Right.
They went in, they borrowed the tools to change the headlight, because I guess I couldn't imagine how hard it was. And they managed to do it all. This was in humidity and heat, so they're sweating, their dress whites are getting all messed up, and without one complaint, they wanted to help out a stranger. And she said they even left me with a big, fat, gigantic tip on the whole expensive car ride. She said, I was so appreciated them, and she said, the reason I wanted to point this out is because apparently there were some social media stories about 6 of the sailors from the same ship that got drunk, and it went everywhere. Oh my God, there was this, and they were horrible, And she's like, I wanted to put this out. She says, I want you to know that there was maybe 6 people who behaved badly, but these guys did this amazing thing.
That's cool.
So that's a wonderful story.
So if you're ever in trouble,
Hail Britannia.
Engineers from an aircraft carrier are the right people to bump into.
That's important, yeah.
All right, you guys have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Don't forget to stop by our Tell Me Something Good Facebook page. We have a $100 gift card giveaway. We'd just love to have you sign up for that because extra gift card money is always good news.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow on the Todd and Erin Daily Stream. I'm going to take my papers like this and